Yeah, we all know about the Chelsea ownership issue, the ownership tussle. Some have called it the Chelsea civil war, the fight between the owners. I called it a long time ago in one of my videos, probably last month, where I talked about the Chelsea ownership structure, the breakdown of the Chelsea owners. A lot of people still, we just remember the likes of Todd Boehly and Clearlake, but there are a whole lot of other billionaires in that make up this consortium. Yes, Clearlake own about 61%, which is the highest stake in that consortium, but there are a lot of people like Mark Walters, which is a co-owner of Los Angeles Dodgers. We have Hans-Georg Weiss. We also have a couple of other people, the owner of Kane Industries or Kane Enterprise. So we have I think there are about 5 individuals who came together to form that consortium, and they are all billionaires. So you can imagine the amount of ego, the amount of, friction that goes on in that boardroom. So I'm not surprised, when we hear about this issue that is springing up between the likes of Todd Boehly and Clearlake Capital, Eghbali and Feliciano, So I think the handwriting has been on the wall. We've been seeing a lot of, scattergun signings, scattergun approach to coaches. And the truth is, nothing really made sense, in Chelsea Football Club anymore. And it's very, very clear that it's always been about, hey, I want this player, you want this player, I'm going to go get the player I want, you go get the player you want. I want this coach, you want this coach, I don't want this coach anymore. He gets sacked, you bring in the coach you want, and we're going to give him hell. So it's been that kind of policy, it's been that kind of approach. We ended up the start of the season with over how many wingers, so it was very clear that the likes of the two sporting directors don't really have their hands on in this project. Clearlake is an investment firm, so it's not surprising that they are all about profit. They get players just because of what they're going to gain. Even if it's £2 million, it's still a profit to them. So really a lot of our policies are, starting to make sense. Why? Todd Boehly, when the deal happened, Todd Boehly was really in the forefront. He even became sporting director at some point. And he made a lot of signings that were, to me, a little bit, too exorbitant. The likes of Fofana, the likes of Sterling, but hey, his head was in the right direction. I'm very sure he wasn't thinking, oh, I'm going to sell Sterling in the future for make XY profit. But we could see where Clearlake, became hands-on in most of all these dealings. That was when we started going for kids and getting kids just because of the profit, and selling the likes of most of our academic graduates, for the pure profit in quotes. And that's when it became a thing, when this investment, firm called Clearlake, became, hands-on and relegated Todd Boehly to the backseat. Now, I'm not saying Todd Boehly is better, but I think he's a sporting man. He owns a sporting firm, so he understands a little bit how this thing runs better than the likes of Clearlake. And he knows that sports, you make your profit here and there, but the sole aim is usually to win, and I'm very sure these guys are not interested in winning. When I mean these guys, I'm talking about Clearlake and a whole lot of other folks that come together, or billionaires that come together to, own Chelsea. And I really hope this doesn't put us in a we're already in a dire situation. But the likes of selling our training ground, selling our hotels, having smart ways to beat FFP. We could be smiling and laughing now, but I'm really, really, really concerned about the future. And the stories that each one wants to buy the other out. Clearlake wants to buy up, the likes of Todd Boehly's shares. Todd Boehly wants to do the same. Um, to me, I really, really feel they should just hands off. Everyone, just sell the club and let's call it a day. They've really, really put us in a total mess. And Chelsea fans, I think we are, quite calm about it. It's not gotten to the point where we start carrying placards, but we're slowly, slowly getting there because this whole thing has been a mess, man. This whole project has been a mess, since the owner stepped in. I mean, people will say, yes, we still have the love for Abramovich, but Abramovich coming in, it was clear he wanted to win. Abramovich wasn't really about, I mean, Chelsea had record losses, years going on without a profit. He really didn't seem to care. He just kept doing his thing, signing, the best quality players around. I mean, when we all know the story about John Obi Mikel, and when we got Mikel, it was never like, hey, I'm going to buy this kid, and in the next 5 years, I'll be looking to sell him off, for a very good profit, or the likes of Kalu, or the likes of Drogba. No, he bought those guys, for the long run, for them to be at their best or give Chelsea their best. And they left for peanuts or even for free. So that was the mindset, we had, or the owner had, talking about Abramovich. But over here, everything has, another side to it. Whatever business we're doing, hey, there's something under that we don't really understand or we don't really see. I mean, just by the 9 years, 8 years contracts, I mean, everybody should have seen that, hey, these guys are just all in for profit, And yeah, it's really, really, really eating the fabric of the club. It's really putting us in the back seat. I mean, you take a look at the likes of Liverpool. Look how Liverpool is run. Yes, their owners are not saints, but I think Klopp, did a lot of good work in terms of training those players, keeping the core of their team. He refreshed the team every once in a while, but the core of that team, the likes of Van Dijk, the goalkeeper, you look at Liverpool backline, they've been together for years, no matter how good or bad they are. The likes of Trent Alexander, Arnold, the likes of Robinson, the left back now. So it's very crazy. You see Salah, they just made some few changes to the team and they're good to go again. But over here, we seem to just recycle the whole team every year or every 2 years, and it's crazy, man. So I really hope this ends in favor of the fans. I'm not really, too bothered about this infighting. The season, the window is already closed. I just hope it doesn't distract from what's happening on the pitch. But I think it's very clear, we could see it, that most of the time, even with the Sterling deal, I'm very sure one of the guys higher up, we're not interested in, hey, the Sterling guy, we need to get him off. It wasn't really the coach making most of all these decisions, the likes of Chalobah, the likes of Chilwell. Chilwell was clearly because of his wages, not because of football reasons. The likes of Sterling was because of his wages, not for footballing reasons. So a lot of haphazard, scattered approach to business. Even with two sporting directors that are simply just yes men. It's Paul Laurent from Monaco and Wiz Stanley from Brighton. I mean, very, very disappointing so far. Yeah, that's the conundrum we find ourselves with this consortium. And it's really, really sad news. But I think it's good in terms of, shaking things up and letting more things come to the light. Letting fans in on really what's this kind of ownership is all about. I remember when Sir Ratcliffe was trying to go for Chelsea, and I was kind of happy because this is just one guy. We didn't get to have like two owners, like in the case of Manchester United or Liverpool, or a royal family like Man City or Newcastle owning the club. we just had one guy in Abramovich in the past, and the likes of Ratcliffe coming in. I knew it was just going to be one guy making the decisions, but really, I think the FA and the English government really put Chelsea in a mess, snatching the club away from Abramovich. I think it has to do with karma also because the way Abramovich was treated. Hey, it's not like this guy is the president or the prime minister of Russia. He's a normal, ordinary citizen. He isn't a governor. He isn't a senator. He's nothing he has no position in government, if I may say that. But just because of his friendship with Putin, I mean, it wasn't enough reason to snatch the club away from him. And don't forget, he wasn't given a single pound. You know, he invested a lot of money into the club, and he let it go for nothing. And I think karma is playing a role, and we already see from when he left till now, Chelsea has won nothing, and not only have we won nothing, we've been going downhill from there, so personally, hey, if he can make a comeback and right the wrongs, really, I think it would be the best day for any Chelsea fan seeing Abramovich come back to Chelsea, but hey, we all know it's not going to be possible. But hey, we can still keep our fingers crossed and hope that things turn around. We're still in the international week. We had a couple of matches. I was going to talk about the Nigeria Benin match, but hey, other things have taken priority, and Chelsea is usually number one priority. Yeah, but Nigeria won that match 3-0 anyway, and Osimhen had his goal. Lookman was looking wonderful and excellent in that match. I think Ademola Lookman is one player that I've seen grow, from when he was in Everton, went over to Germany, did his thing, and now in Atlanta. I mean, this guy has grown and blossomed into a very, very wonderful player. He was always quite good, very speedy and tricky, but he's really the backbone of that national team in Nigeria, the Super Eagles, and kudos to him. I mean, we could see it in the last AFCON. This guy was, a terror to defenders. And even though Osimhen took all the glory, I think Osimhen only had one goal in that tournament, but Lookman was really, really running things on the wings, and kudos to him. He's been nominated or part of the nominees for the Ballon d'Or, and we know he's not going to win, of course, but hey, just being nominated is, another feather to his cap and shows that he's doing things, going in the right direction. I think that's all from me. I'll keep you posted on the Chelsea development. When two elephants fight, they say it's the grass that suffers. So the team is going to suffer from this. The fans are going to suffer, but I really hope these issues are resolved sooner than later because it's really telling on the club, it's really telling on the team. And so that's all from me. See you guys at the next time. Please like, subscribe as we continue to grow the channel. Do have a wonderful week. God bless you.